Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, Kahala Imla Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, great millstone, peace and citation to the elect. So yesterday I was perusing and I seen this very interesting video about the tribe of Levi, which just so happened to be so-called Haitians, which when you go into the history of what happened to the Levite people or the Haitian people, is the story of it's the story of the tribes, man. But this video is like 40-some minutes long, so I'm gonna get right into it. Very informative and really shows you how this devil works, man. How he operates. Okay, all empires are built off the backs of slave labor, and so when you watch, the French up there, with the Eiffel Tower in Paris and all that bullshit, they got it all from oppressing the Lord's priesthood. Okay, which yes, the Lord, he made us a nation of kings and priests, but when you go back to the history, the tribe of Levi were the original, priesthood, which didn't have an inheritance with the land, like the rest of the tribes did, because they belong unto the Lord. That's why I said, join unto me. So seeing as though the Levites messed up the way that they did terribly, the Most High put all kind of hell on them, all kind of hell. To this day, you go over there to Haiti, is one of the most fucked up places on the planet because of the wickedness of our people. Now, let's start with the book of actually, we could attack this many different ways. Actually, let's start with the book of Numbers, the 3rd chapter, real quick. Numbers chapter 3 and verse 1. And these are the generations of Aaron and Moses in that day. The Lord spake unto Moses on Mount Sinai. And these are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab, the firstborn, Abihu, Eleazar, Ithamar. These are names of the sons of Aaron, the priests, which were anointed, whom he consecrated to minister in the priest's office. It says, 5th verse, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, bring the tribe of Levi near, and present them before Aaron the priest, that they may minister unto him. And they shall keep his charge and charge of the whole congregation before the tabernacle of the congregation, to do the service of the tabernacle. And they shall keep all the instruments of the tabernacle of the congregation and of the charge of the children of Israel, to do the service of the tabernacle. And thou shalt give the Levites unto Aaron and to his sons, for they are wholly given unto him out of all the children of Israel. And thou shalt appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall wait on their priest's office. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Now, it says, the 11th verse, and I behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of all the firstborn that opened the matrix among the children of Israel. Therefore, the Levites shall be mine. Now, the Lord is a jealous power. The Most High is jealous, very possessive, very what they call toxic in this world, controlling, right? So the Most High said the Levites shall be mine. So let's go to the video and we'll see why these people are oppressed the way they are. You see why they're so poor the way they are. You see why they're destroyed. And you see why amongst our own people. I remember growing up out here in the Northeast, in formative years in high school and shit. And you came up here and I didn't really know what a Haitian was like that. And then you find out that they're hated by our own so-called so-called blacks. They looked at the Haitians as if they wasn't their own people. Like, ugh, you Haitian. Ugh. They get bullied, attacked. Like that. The Lord put heavy curses on the Haitians, bro, on the Levites, man. So let's play the video. Play the video.
Haiti is on the edge of collapse, grappling with crippling, overlapping catastrophes.
I am here to tell you today that your
this BetterHelp video always comes up. I'm tired of hearing this African girl talk, but she's like, your help, your trauma is valid. Your trauma is valid. Anyways,
But thousands of desperate Haitians have fled the country and sought refuge in Brazil, Chile, and nearby nations. Tens of thousands are braving the dangerous Darien Gap with its jungles and preying gangs in the hopes of reaching the United States, where they face record deportations. Haiti is on the edge of collapse, grappling with crippling, overlapping catastrophes. This is the island of Hispaniola, shared by modern Haiti and the Dominican Republic. After Columbus's 1492 arrival, the Spanish colonized the island and wiped out Hispaniola native Taino population. By the 1600s, the French established a colony of Saint-Domingue here, which became France's most lucrative colony, fed by the labor of millions of African slaves who harvested sugar, coffee, and timber. Here, slaves outnumbered the free more than 10 to 1. At the end of the 18th century, half of all the sugar and coffee consumed in Europe was produced here by enslaved Africans, working 12-hour days. Most only survived a few years. Rebellious slaves were flayed, boiled in cane syrup, fed to dogs, and burned at the stake. Slave women would abort their pregnancies to avoid birthing children into slavery. If anywhere on earth could be described as hell, it was Saint-Domingue.
These Frenchies who, go up there and win the World Cup. 2018, the French national team wins the World Cup. Where the fuck you think they got all them players from? Half of them were Haitians, half of them were Senegalese, or basically the Levites that got shipped over from Senegal and Sierra Leone and all these different parts. They went up they shipped them to Haiti to go work, or in today's world, they'll use them for exploitation, like Kylian Mbappe and all these people, Paul Pogba and all these different guys. They're all like Levites. They're all Levites that help build up these crackers empire, whether it be America, whether it be the French, whether it be the British. You look at the football team full of niggas, full of Jude Bellingham, and full of Mbappe, and you might have one cracker white man on that team, but the stars are Jakes. Okay, so as the man said in the video, they were flaying Jake, boiling them to death, killing them. The Europe and America both benefited the hell out of out of enslaving you tribes, man. There wouldn't be no America, or there wouldn't be no French capital, Paris. There wouldn't be no Eiffel Tower if they hadn't enslaved your ass, burnt you at the stake, and did all this crazy shit to you. So now you could go up there and talk about, la révolution. So you could talk about how French you are and shit, and how American you are, how patriotic you are. The scriptures say the Lord required that which is past, man. Okay, so the Most High didn't forget about all this shit, man, and we didn't forget about it. And He caused your own little devils to tell on yourself. He'll tell, you got these little white boys doing videos about how the America did this, Johnny Harris and these other people, they're talking, the Americans invaded. Their tongue is falling upon themselves. They have to complain of their ungodly fathers, benefiting from a system that is built for them, But even them, they have a little conscience in themselves, like, oh shit, look at all this dirt we did. You go down there to Haiti, they said they got 300 gangs fighting over Port-au-Prince, cutting off the water supplies. They haven't had an election in 7 years. They have no president. The prime minister, the so-called acting prime minister, is somewhere in Puerto Rico or in another country fighting for his life, because they know they'll kill him if he goes back. A society totally out of order, a society that's totally destroyed. But you could thank Whitey, you could thank the curses, and you could thank your own wickedness, as people, as the Lord's people, as the priesthood, that you fell so very low, But continue to play the video. Actually, let me read some real quick. It says, so yeah, Numbers the 3rd chapter. Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, hear this, verse 1, hear this word, O Israel, that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for your iniquities. The Lord will bring a nation upon you swifter than the eagle, whose tongue you shall not understand, who shall not pity the young or the old. Okay, so you got an old slave, a young slave, they're gonna boil your ass the same way. You know, as long as you're useful. As long as you're useful, you know, once you're no longer of use, we'll take you out to pasture like old Yeller and put you down. But they want to talk about human rights and shit. Get the fuck up out of here, man. Okay, look at the track record of these devils. Okay, they want you to start counting from the year 2000 or something. And even if we start counting from, you know, from recent history, the only thing you see is nothing but oppression from this devil. The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. His idea of being tender is chaining your ass up to and making you work, or giving you Section 8. That's his MO. You know, that's his tender mercy.
In 1791, the slaves here led a rebellion against French domination. After in
1791, they led a rebellion against the revolution, right? It's theorized that they said allegedly that they used voodoo to get up out there. That's what they said. That's the rumor around that's circulating around. You know, that's what they say. You know, he didn't mention that in the video, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. Okay, because when you go down there to Haiti or these different islands, their instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. Okay, meaning they use witchcraft. They did all kind of shit to get from underneath the oppression of these devils. They fought 13 years to get away. Yo, look, we are those people. We have to be those people, man. Okay, and the tribes, they all fall up under the prophecy where they would be. You know what I'm saying? What would happen to them, so on and so forth. So,
18-year-long war in 1804, they had done the impossible. Killed their masters, defeated Napoleon's 50,000 troops, and freed themselves from slavery and the French. They outlawed slavery and established the world's first Black Republic, Latin America's first independent nation. They called their state Haiti, named for the island in the indigenous Taino language. France refused to recognize the country as independent and blocked them from engaging in international trade. The United States, the only other independent country in the hemisphere, refused to recognize Haiti until 1862. Americans did not want slaves in their own country to have an example of a successful slave revolt right next door.
Real quick. I got to keep pausing it because there's always, I got to touch on. They said that when the Haitians got free from their oppressors, the white power structure, whether it be the French or the Americans, nobody recognized them as a country. I need a white man to recognize me as a sovereign country. That show you that the earth is in the hands of the wicked. Job 9:24, even to this day, the UN, right? You go to the UN, you got to register with the white man. Oh, the white man, the holy white man. I need his fucking approval to be a nation. I need his. The scriptures say what? It says that he cannot have enough, right? It says he enlarged his desire as hell and cannot be satisfied. Okay, he oppressed a man in his heritage, meaning in his own house. You have to come to me. You niggas got to come to me so I can recognize you as a country. Where is that in the scriptures? I need to go to this fucking devil. That's the curses. The curses are you have to go to him for the one of all things. He shall land upon you, and he shall be the head, and you shall be the tail, man. He's the one that you got to go up there and ask him for fucking permission to do something, to establish my nation, to take care of my fucking kids, to take care of my women. I need to ask your white ass, your damn transparent ass for some approval. That's why the scriptures say in Ezekiel the 28th chapter, he sit in the seat. He sit like the chief prince of Tyrus, you know, in the midst of the seas, and he think he's the most high. You know, I gotta go to you. I gotta go to you. If I need to take a shit, I need to go to you, Whitey. If I want to pop my woman, I gotta ask you for permission. I gotta ask you for every fucking thing under the sun. Okay, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him, and he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And when you go into this this video, furthermore, he's gonna go into how the so-called white man, the French, whatever he want to fucking call himself, they're all white people, they're all devils. The French, the Russians, all little corporate titles to differentiate themselves and shit. The French, the Russians, the Germans, whatever the fuck they are, they're all Edomites. They're all crackers, and they all go back to the devil. The Israeli small hatter, the Australian down there, that little redneck devil, they're all devils. And wherever they've been at, they're the border of wickedness. Malachi 1 and 4. So wherever they've been at, they've been oppressing Jakes, they've been enslaving you, and they've been building their empire off of your black back. And then they turn around and tell you, that you're crazy. Oh, racism doesn't exist. Just work harder, boy. Just be better. You know, just dunk the basketball and shut up.
1 year after Haiti's independence, a squadron of French warships arrived on Haiti's coast. The French issued an ultimatum: pay 150 million francs in reparations to your former slave masters for stealing their property.
Wait, hold on. The Haitians get free from their slavery that you oppressed us in, and I gotta pay you 150 million francs for reparations because we stole your property. We're your fucking property. We need to pay you back for enslaving us. Dude, you motherfucking devils. You understand? You see? And then you wonder why. Oh, you guys are mad. Yeah, you're angry. Who the fuck wouldn't be angry, bro? I gotta sit here. See, back then, Jake had real men. Them Jakes that got up out that slavery, they was real fucking men, bro. You know? They was like, fuck this. We'd rather die than be this devil's slave. Fuck that. You know? $150 million after we freed ourselves and declared ourselves a sovereign nation. I gotta pay you 150 million francs. Where the fuck I'm gonna get that from? After you done been in slavery for 100 years. We have to pay reparations to you, nigga. You owe me. You doing me dirty. That's like in today's world, you got to pay back taxes and this shit and that. And if you ask for some help from the government, oh well, we got to look at your income and all this. Man, fuck you. What the hell? What the fuck are you talking about, man? You pissing in my face, and then you telling me I gotta clean it up myself.
Themselves, or face another war and be put back in chains. But if they accepted, France would recognize their independence and lift the embargo that was on Haiti.
Hold on. If I play by your rules, if I pay you 150 million francs, you gonna recognize me as a nation. It wasn't bad enough that what you did, right? That wasn't bad enough. I gotta pay you so you can recognize me.
Haiti's president, looking to avoid invasion and eager for international trade and recognition, accepted France's demands. The debt amount was 300% of Haiti's GDP. The wealth Haitians created.
The debt amount, they said the debt amount was 300% their GDP. This is economic warfare, man. Esau uses germ warfare. Esau uses economic warfare. Esau uses all kind of warfare, man. And one of the main tools that he uses is this economic warfare, man, making you take out loans that you can't pay back. That's called predatory lending. That's called usury. Okay, he did it to Argentina. When you go back to the when you, this is actually more recent. Okay, in the 1920s, Argentina was one of the most booming economies on the earth. One of the most craziest economies on the earth. They said it would have rivaled the U.S. back then. And what happened? Economic warfare. And now you see Argentina in a shambles. Argentina is in a shambles. But they give you Messi and Maradona. They give you Hernan Crespo. They give you Angel Di Maria. You know, and everything's good, right? No. You oppress a man his heritage, and you oppress a man in his lands, man. You know? Habakkuk 2 and 5, yeah, because he transgressed by wine philosophies. He's a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarge his desire is hell, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto himself all nations, heap unto himself all people. No matter where you at, You got to pay this devil. You had me in slavery, and I got to pay you back. You got some fucking nerve. You got some nerve, boy.
Through sugar, coffee, and timber became massive profits for French banks like Crédit Industriel et Commercial and its investors who went on to finance things like the Eiffel Tower. The first installment.
I thought the Eiffel Tower built off of slavery. Niggas go up there and, oh my God, let's take pictures on the Eiffel Tower. You might as well take a picture with a dead body. You might as well take a picture in a fucking morgue. All the blood that's been built, that you had built up this society of yours, little Paris, France. You know, people just fantasize. Even my mama, oh my God, you gotta take me to Paris one day. Paris, man. What the fuck is a Paris, man? What the hell is that? Some nasty ass, dirty ass city built off of the backs of the slaves? Palace of Versailles, the palace of this, and the south coast of France. All them niggas on their rap videos. Oh, well, I got a house in France and all this shit, all this blood money that these devils then built up, and you bragging about they shit. You bragging about going, who? Saint-Tropez. I went to Saint-Tropez, man. Man, I don't want to speak this fucking English. I don't want to speak this damn French. I don't want to speak this bullshit Spanish. This is not my fucking language. My language is the Hebrew. I don't speak this bullshit. I don't know what the hell this is. That's why, oh, y'all don't speak properly. I don't give a damn about speaking properly. I care about speaking properly. Speaking your damn bastard ass tongue properly. Again, I got to pay you back for enslaving me. The hell up out of here, man.
Well, that was the plan. Part one was to lock Haiti into massive debt. Part two.
Number one,
Fourth.
After you get free, we're gonna trap your ass in debt. Yeah, okay. You beat us in the battle. Okay, but we're gonna come back and we gotta oppress you. Ain't no way you gonna get up under our grips. First, trap your ass in slavery. Trap you in debt slavery, force you to take on high interest loans from French banks, make you sign contracts that benefit us, right? Like you do today.
To take out a high interest loan from French banks. This financial noose became Haiti's double debt, the ransom and the interest. $2.53 out of every $3 of coffee taxes, Haiti's primary income, flowed directly.
Basically, every dollar you produce, you got to give to me. And to pay off the interest from shit that they made up. They just made some shit up. They just said, oh, well, you are our property. And according to the laws of the Constitution of France or the Constitution of America, you owe us the king, all some bullshit that they made up, just some bullshit that they invented so they could just say, oh, well, you owe us this amount of money. They pulled out their ass. Oh, well, because y'all got free from us, well, now you owe us back taxes. You can't disrespect the mighty king of France. Okay, you niggas belong to us. No. The scriptures say that the tribe of Levi belong to the Lord. Don't belong to you crackers. Let's read it again. Numbers 3 and 9. And thou shalt give the Levites unto Aaron and to his sons, and they are wholly given unto him out of the children of Israel. 12 verse. Behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, all the firstborn that open up the matrix among the children of Israel. Therefore, the Levites shall be mine. They didn't say the Levites shall be the white man's. Just because you're in the possession of some man, that mean that belongs to you. We might be in the possession of these crackers, but we don't belong to you. You might be in the possession of something that don't belong to you. You're just holding on to it until the Lord comes. You're just oppressing the heritage so that we can get right, so we can learn our lesson, of being a nigga, This is what happens when you piss me off. I'm gonna let these crackers boil your ass in a pot. You keep playing with me, I'm gonna let these damn devils do this to you, man, for hundreds of years. Okay? Keep playing with the Most High, and we'll see how your country end up just like Haiti, man. Earthquakes every fucking where, every 5 minutes. Earthquakes, diverse places. No hair, no food to eat, no order in your society. Everybody looking at you like you just a stinking Haitian creation. There's like a whole racist thing amongst the tribes. Ooh, the Haitian. Ooh, you look like a Haitian. Ooh, you look like it. Yeah. Because you become a proverb and a byword in the city. You see? I remember going to school. It it was like a frowned upon thing to deal with some Haitian girl or to even be a Haitian. It was frowned upon, man. It was frowned upon.
Funds to build a Haitian state, nothing to invest in businesses, farms, bridges, sewers, or ports. Over the 122 years of debt payments, Haiti lost between 21 and $121 billion. Both sums are larger than Haiti's current economy. On December 17, 1914, American Marines stormed the headquarters of Haiti's National Bank and walked out with $13,526,578.
Hold on, what did this man just say? What did this man just say? He said in 1914, some cracker devils from America, not just the French, French is oppressing you. Now here goes the Americans. Now here comes this devil underneath the Woodrow Wilson, that devil signed off on an invasion of your national bank where they literally came in there and took $13 million from your ass without no international outcry or nothing. Nothing being said. This is around the time that they were establishing the Federal Reserve and all that shit, right? So America was going up. And what did they use? They used your ass as a crutch. That's what they did to Cuba. And that's what they did to you. That's what they did to Puerto Rico. That's what they did to the Dominican Republic and all these countries, all these Latin American countries. They use your ass as a crutch of support, reap your resources, pop your women because they know you look good, take all your shit, live on the beach like this, and have your ass working for minimum wage. But you're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be ecstatic to be the devil's shoe shiner.
Gold. They piled in a boat and sent it off as loot to Wall Street. American President Woodrow Wilson then ordered a full-scale invasion of Haiti. The country would be under American occupation for the next 19 years. National City Bank, which later became Citigroup, took control of the Haitian National Bank, and soon a quarter of Haiti's total revenue went to paying National City.
What? Citigroup today, you go to the Citigroup ATM today, Citigroup was responsible for robbing the Haitian people, for robbing the Levites. Okay? You go up there and Citibank this and Citibank that. All these institutions are blood money institutions. JP Morgan, you name it. Goldman Sachs, all this shit, bro. All this shit that you look up to in the society that you see on TV. Just when you see TV, you should see a bunch of blood every fucking where. You see a bunch of dollar signs and blood, pharmakia and lies, trickery, deceit. That's why scripture say the prey departed not. Woe to the bloody city built upon lies for the Okay, they got your ass lock, stock, and barrel up in this place. That's why scripture say, is of the Lord's mercy will not consume. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. Okay, every time you look at anything in this place, it's bloody Mary, bloody murder. Okay, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. Who's the prey? You. You are the prey. You are the prey. They're hunting your ass like game. Psalms the 10th chapter. He's sitting in the lurking places of the villages, seeking who he may devour. Let's prey on the cancer patients. Let's give them cancer and then turn around and say that we don't know what happened. Spray chemtrails in the air and do all this nasty shit to you, and then turn around and tell you why you ain't healthy. Sign up for Medicaid. Sign up for Obamacare.
Another 20% went to paying French banks. The Americans crushed any resistance. They responded to protests with machine gun fire, like at the Cays Massacre.
Cays Massacre, 1929, Cays Massacre. I wonder what if they did that today, would it be an international incident? But see, when there's no cameras around, and there's no media, and there's no type of international outpour, and when you're looked at as a 3/5 of a fucking human being, okay? Nobody looks at you as a human being. In today's world now, a black is a human being. Now a Negro, a Latino is a human being. You can't do that now. Oh, no. But back then, while you was building up this fucking kingdom, everything's fair game. Everything's fair game. Just forget about all this shit that happened. Just forget about it, bro. Just live in the present. We didn't do it. We didn't do it, bro. It was our forefathers that did that. We didn't do it. We just benefiting off of it. It was you, devil. It was you, devil. Reincarnation is a biblical thing. You came back in your generations oppressing Jake, and we came back in slavery, so on and so forth.
Haitian rebels called Cacos fought back but were brutally put down. The Cacos leader, Charlemagne Perrault, led a years-long guerrilla war against the Americans until a friend betrayed him and he was gunned down by US Marines who pinned his corpse to a door and then distributed photos of it across the country. Did you know paying your...
Yep, sellout. See, a sellout sold the man out. The leader of a rebellion. They always get somebody to turn on you.
Wrote the constitution to allow foreigners to buy Haitian land. When the Haitians refused that constitution, the Marines dissolved Haiti's parliament at gunpoint. Haiti's land was turned into American sugar plantations. Haiti's earnings went to bankers in New York, while 90% of Haitians lived close to starvation. After 19 years, the US withdrew its troops in 1934, leaving behind 15,000 rebel corpses, 5,000 dead in labor camps, and countless more due to starvation and poverty. The US kept control of Haiti's finances until 1947, which is also when the debt to France finally ended.
No. The US still got control of Haiti finances, man. The white man still got control of it. And he relinquished control. He just said, no. He still got control. That's why you still poor to this day. That's why they can assassinate your presidents with no type of problem and no type of international outcry, because nobody cares about you niggas. Everybody's oppressing you. Psalms of the 83rd chapter. Okay? They're confederate against thee. Let's say, let us cut off the name of the children of Israel that may be no longer in remembrance. Nobody remembers that you are the Israelites. Nobody remembers that shit. The narrative is that you're a bunch of poor niggas that live in the slums and that, ooh, sorry, let's send you a humanitarian aid once in a fucking blue moon. Let's send Angelina Jolie down there so she could kiss a couple babies and take some organs.
Under Dr. Francois Duvalier, or Papa Doc. Fearing a military coup, Papa Doc sidelined the military and created the Tonton Macoute.
Dr. Francois Duvalier. 2 years ago, this medical man turned politician declared himself re-elected president in an election for which he never proclaimed a candidacy. A situation...
This is a long video. This is like 46 minutes. I got to dissect all this, so it's going to be a long one, man.
Necessary for the organizing and training of a personal palace guard.
10,000 strong private army that answered to him alone. The Tonton Macoute acted as his secret police and tortured, disappeared, and killed any Haitian that critiqued the regime. Luc Cambron, aka the Vampire of the Caribbean, led the Tonton Macoute. His company, Chemo Caribbean, sold 5 tons of blood plasma monthly to laboratories in the USA. Plasma extracted from common Haitians.
Hold on. You had this guy you had this guy selling Haitian plasma to the white man. I tell you, they want your bodies. They want you. That's why they got movies like Get Out, man. And they got your own people set up to oppress you, sell out, and like Trujillo. Trujillo was working for the white man, and this guy was working for the white man too. Trujillo was on the Dominican side. He was working for the white man. Okay, all these puppet heads, most of them work for the white man. Okay,
not always with their consent.
The Tonton Macoute represented a deity which could snatch men away and carry them off to a kind of hell, and the reality was not far behind the fable.
Duvalier and the Tonton Macoute's reign of terror killed 50,000 people. Duvalier's brutal rule.
Duvalier, under the order of the white man, killed 50,000 of his own people. Straight torture, murder, plasma. Okay, to try to take their plasma, try to take their blood, try to, And I guarantee you, he was rewarded very handsomely for oppressing his own people.
Supported and financed by the United States because he was anti-communist. The US propped him up as a Caribbean counterweight to Fidel Castro in Cuba. Papa Doc died in 1971, and his son, Baby Doc, only 19 years old at the time, took over, making him probably the world's youngest dictator. The Duvaliers amassed millions while permanently crippling
Haiti's millions of poor people.
That's the story of the where Jake lives. You got a family that run the country that got the white man's backing behind them, puppeteers, right? And they get rich as hell, and the rest of the country suffer like a motherfucker. Everybody just suffer. Everybody eats shit, and then everybody else they live like kings under the white man's direction. Yeah, Whitey gives me the authority to oppress you people. Fuck you. Eat shit and die. Live off $2 a day. But our family, we living great. That's what happens when Whitey gets in power. They set up a weak ass nigga, a weak ass devil, a weak ass leader that they can puppeteer and buy and pay for, so they can keep the face of a black man up there, but the actual power is behind the scenes. Kill millions of your own people and get rewarded for it.
Among the most desperate in the world, a mile from the luxurious presidential palace, they live by the hundreds of thousands in shacks surrounded by raw sewage. There's no running water, no power, little food. Under the Duvaliers, millions in foreign aid found its way into private bank accounts, while the average income in the country is less than 50 pence a day, and children starve.
80% of college graduates fled Haiti during this period. 12.8% of infants died in their first year. Life expectancy was 53 years, while between 1981 and 1985, the USA and the World Bank gave Baby Doc hundreds of millions of dollars. None of which
the World Bank and the US government gave Baby Doc, Papa Doc's son, 19 years old, coming in there after his dictator daddy then left. They keep funneling money into this nigga. Yeah. Here you go. Keep fucking these people up. Keep doing it.
Which went to the Haitian people. During this period, Baby Doc handed off the running of the state and economy to the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID, and the World Bank. This led to consequences for Haitians. 30% of all farmland was seized and transformed into export-focused plantations, which impoverished tens of thousands of farmers. Haitians had bred a specific race of a low-maintenance pig suited to Haiti's climate. In 1981, a swine flu outbreak in the
ever since Baby Doc gave them all the rights to the land of Haiti and all their fucking crops and all that stuff, they said that 80% of the rice that them Haitians eat come from America, when they produce their own shit over there, and they have to go to this devil because of the constant oppression and contracts that signed and little backroom deals that this devil got his hands on all your shit. He got his hands on your women. He got your hands on your food, on your rice, on your meat, all that shit. Your rivers, your water sources, everything. You just got to sit there and fight a gang warfare to try to stay alive. That's why you see all them Haitians coming up here, because what the fuck are they gonna do in Haiti? Die at 16 years old? Die at 12, getting shot by some random nigga? The girl getting raped by some random dude? It's a totally chaotic society, trash every fucking where. But you could thank Whitey for it. You can't blame you. I mean, you could place some of the blame on Levi. You know, they fucked up and wicked, but they helped forward your affliction, man. They helped forward your affliction.
The Dominican Republic scared US aid, who then in Haiti demanded the total and complete eradication of the entire race of pigs. Haitians couldn't replace the pigs. Foreign pigs were expensive and couldn't survive Haiti's climate. Haiti's pork industry was destroyed, and the Haitian Creole pig went extinct. 800,000 former pig owners were left destitute. Haiti's agricultural sector began to shrink. Haitians who were once producers were made into consumers of foreign imports. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Baby Doc worked with American companies to eliminate Haiti's trade tariffs, to keep wages low, to ban labor unions, and to allow companies to take all the profits back to the USA.
God damn, basically just give them the country in a silver platter. They come there, they don't have any trade tariffs, they do what the fuck they want to do in your country. They pay the workers basically nothing. They ban the labor union. When you have a labor union, you can fight for your fucking rights. When you don't have no labor union, it's just you. And when it's just you, they could just get rid of your ass and say, fuck it. You don't have no power. There's power in numbers, right? Numbers. You don't have no power. That's why the UPS has labor unions that are like one of the biggest in the country or whatever. And that's why they gave them UPS drivers get paid so much, because they got labor unions behind them protecting them. Okay, so you can't just get rid of me and fire me at any time drop of the hat, because I got like 50 other guys just like me that's gonna appeal, that's gonna talk, that's gonna say da 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 da. So they ban labor unions in Haiti. No labor unions for you niggas. You don't have any fucking rights. Okay, and then tax-free profits. So the companies that come there, They don't have to pay taxes on none of the shit that they export. All the money is free money. Free money. So of course, yeah, live it up. The white man's living it up because you can set up puppet leaders and control them and write laws in your favor. And everything's legal by the book because we didn't break any laws. Everything's legal. It's in the courts. We didn't do anything illegal because you write the laws and you break them. That's why it says Isaiah 10:1, woe to you that decree unrighteous decree and grievousness which you have prescribed.
Tax-free. By the late 1980s, there were hundreds of American companies in Haiti taking advantage of a $2.65 a day wage, the lowest wage in the Americas. Nearly every American baseball team at the time wore Haitian-made uniforms and tossed Haitian-stitched baseballs. Every Elmo and Cabbage Patch doll was made in Haiti. As Baby Doc ran his sweatshop empire, aid flowed into Haiti from the USA, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. While the Haitians worked in the factories, almost all the profit flowed out of Haiti. The factories kept on coming, but Haitians working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, had the lowest life expectancy, literacy rate, and most poverty in the hemisphere. Most Haitians were eating less than 80% of the necessary daily calorie amount. Only the $125 million a year sent home by the 600,000 Haitians living abroad stopped Haiti from starving.
We cannot have this scandalous wealth side by side with the abject poverty. Things have got to change.
Yep. And that's what Jake had to do. Jake got to leave the country and he's sending money back. Typical story.
Their hunger and fight for the end of the dictatorship.
The hurt, the anger, repressed all those years, exploded from the bottom. Haitians are talking openly about overthrowing their leader.
President Jean-Claude Duvalier driving himself and his wife to the airport last night to go into exile. On the darkened tarmac, a U.S. Air Force jet was waiting. People danced in the streets today. The hated dictator was gone.
In 1986, massive civilian protests forced Baby Doc to flee the country. The United States flew him and about $1 billion stolen dollars into comfortable exile in France. Eventually, on the 7th of February 1921, Haitians chose their first democratically elected president, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, who built up a huge...
And Aristide lasted 7 months. Okay, he's going to say it. Aristide lasted 7 months in power doing good things for his people, and they got his ass up out of there.
Base of support among the nation's poor majority and rode into office with 67% of the vote. He donated his $10,000 a month salary. He attacked tax evasion by the wealthy, and government revenue in Haiti went up for once. Failing state-owned businesses were turned around and made profitable, and by June of 1991, for the first time in a long time, Haiti was running a budget surplus of $8 billion. Aristide tried to raise the
finally something positive.
And 65.
Finally something positive, right? But what happens? You can't have that for too long. Why are they gonna come along? No. Oh, a positive leader. Oh. That's why when you see this guy Nayib Bukele, which is he's a small hatter, okay, running things in Guatemala. He's sitting there, reforming the country. All behind the scenes, the Amalekites are back there backing him up. And the same thing, the Amalekites got their hand in Haiti too, by a guy by the name of Gilbert Biggio. It says he's a retired Haitian businessman. He ain't no Haitian. He ain't no Levite. He's a damn small hatter, a billionaire, the only one in Haiti. Surprise, surprise, not a black guy. Surprise, surprise, not a Jake. Surprise, surprise. It says he's the founder of GB Group. GB Group is a diversified business conglomerate in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Okay, basically their business is to oppress your people. Okay, Haiti's only billionaire. He is sanctioned by the government of Canada for his involvement in arms trafficking and human rights violations in Haiti. But see, the Canadians don't have any fucking power. The Canadians are like a joke. Everybody looks at Canada like America's little bitch. Canada is not powerful. So if Canada says, well, we're going to sanction you for your involvement, I got the Americans behind me. I got Israel behind me. Who cares what you Canadians say? You Canadians ain't got no power. You ain't got no pull. You got to have pull, man. You got to have missiles. You got to have power. You got to have the ability to put a nigga off, wipe him off the map for him to respect you. Understand? The only time somebody gonna respect you is when you knock them on their ass. Like Ryan Garcia. Nobody respected the nigga. Ryan Garcia gonna lose. Da, 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 da. Okay, whatever. They're gonna say it's staged. Blah 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 blah. I seen a real ass whooping. I seen they were sleeping on bro, and bro knocked the fuck out that nigga. And everybody was making excuses. Oh, da, 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 da. Oh, was this? It was that? No excuses. No excuses. Straight up, mano a mano. You underestimate your opponent, you get your ass handed to you. Okay, so the only time the world is gonna respect you is when you show them who the fuck you are. And Canada doesn't have any power. Canada doesn't have any power. So they sanctioned this guy Gilbert Biggio. He was sanctioned by the government of Canada for his involvement in arms trafficking, human rights violations in Haiti. Biggio is also the de facto leader of Haiti's Jewish community, the Small Hatter community. He's the leader of the Small Hatter community in Haiti, oppressing your people. And the man in the video is going to mention him. An honorary consul to Israel. hey, I mean, you can't make this shit up, bro. Can't make this shit up. It says early years. Biggio is from a Sephardic Jewish family, a Small Hatter from Aleppo in the Ottoman Empire, now Syria, whose family migrated to Haiti in 1896. I wonder what they were doing there, oppressing people. The family also been involved in commercial activities all throughout the country, slave trade, murder, and all kind of deceit. The Biggio family has remained in Haiti prominent in business affairs for 3 generations. In other words, learn to read between the lines. In other words, for 3 generations, his father and his father before him have been oppressing niggas, have been oppressing the tribes, oppressing the priesthood of the Lord, oppressing the Levites. Okay, Biggio is not religious, of course not, because he's not an Israelite. Only the Israelites are religious. Only the Israelites have a zeal of the Most High. Romans 10:2. I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. A cracker has no zeal. The only zeal he got is for the money and for blood, thirsty blood. Since you have not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. Ooh, they see some blood, it's like a fucking shark. Ooh, I gotta kill. They can't sleep unless they do some mischief. You know what I mean? Biggio is not religious. Of course, he doesn't believe in the scriptures. That's what they're saying. But does own the Safar Torah, and the only Safar Torah in Haiti, and culturally participates in Jewish holidays and events. His wife, Monique, is a convert to Judaism. According to Biggio, he has not experienced any anti-Semitism in Haiti. You run the fucking country. So of course you're not going to experience anti-Semitism. You only experience so-called racism when people above you is oppressing you. The Haitian people experienced what they call anti-Shem because they're against the tribe. So they they call it anti-Semitic in this world. Really, we're the ones experiencing anti-Semitic. We're the ones experiencing anti-Shem. Okay? We're the ones getting oppressed, not you fucking devils. Okay, let's play the rest of this.
5 cents per day to $5 a day. Massive.
Oh, so a little bit backtrack 30 seconds. Aristade, 7 months of a positive reign. The minimum wage was $2.65 back then in Haiti. He raised it to $4.80 because he wanted to put it at $5. But here it is. We got to debate with these people. Oh no, the company said okay, $4.80. He raised the whole $2 for his people, which was a progress. That was progress. That was a progressive thing to do for his people. But what do? They see something positive. You progressing your people, and then boom. That's why politicians and all that shit, man. It's all cap. It's all bullshit, man. It's all nonsense, bro. You know, it's all lies and deceit and trickery because the man above you, the white man, will never let you do anything positive, really positive for your people. He will always stop you, man. He will always stop you. Just like Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921, they dropping all kind of bombs, destroy over 1,200 homes of these educated, well-to-do black folk, right? Nobody talk about sweep it under the rug. Let's talk about 9/11. Let's talk about the Japanese. You know, the Germans were doing a bunch of shit to they were oppressing the Jews. You're oppressing the Jews, devil.
business opposition made him eventually compromise on $4.80 a day. US aid began funding business leaders and members of the military that hated Aristide. He lasted 7 months in office.
There you go. He lasted 7 months in office. Didn't even get a whole fucking year before this devil came up there. No. Get this guy up out of it. He's too positive for his people. Whenever you see Jake, that's a leader that's doing good, real masculine man, or man that's actually helping his people, they will always find a way to tear his ass down and put some puppet up there and have him up there destroying his people.
Overthrown in a military coup. A military junta replaced Aristide and ruled for nearly 4 years, in which
a military coup took him out of power, and magically the military coup is able to hold power for 4 years, but he's only up there for 7 months. I wonder why. Because you got the backing of the white man keeping you in power.
Thousands of Aristide's supporters were killed. The United States and United Nations, with Aristide's approval, placed heavy sanctions on this military regime. Food, medical supplies, and fertilizers all became extremely rare. Haiti's crop production fell by 20%. 300,000 jobs were destroyed. Tens of millions of dollars in coffee, cocoa, and other exports were blocked. GDP per capita fell 30%. And in 1993, the New York Times reported that 1,000 children were killed every month by the sanctions. Aristide, exiled in the US, had urged American presidents Bush Sr. and Bill Clinton for years to bring him back to power. Aristide said that if he was
let's ask Bill Clinton and this other cracker devil to put me back in power, as if they're going to do it. As if they're going to do what's best for the Haitian people, for the Levite people, for the Puerto Rican people, for any of the tribes. They're what's best in them is to oppress you and keep you using you like a cash cow until they can't. Okay, it says Psalms 73 and verse 5. It says they're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. What do you need to be saved from, devil? You are the one doing the oppressing. We need saving from your ass. Because if not, the Lord does not shorten days, there'll be no flesh left to be saved. If this devil doesn't go down, if this is not the truth, then we're all dead. We're all dead. You're confined to being a slave. If this is not the truth, if Islam is the truth, or some damn Christianity or some other bullshit, basically you're confined to being a slave, right? Whitey is gonna keep all the power, because where is your salvation coming from? He's gonna keep oppressing you, and he's gonna keep lying to you, telling you all this trickery to keep you in a slave mindset state. And he's gonna rule with his sword until everybody's a mole, or all the women are whores, which basically that's what he's created in the society. All the damn women are lesbians, and your kids are trannies. That's his utopia society. Okay, 6th verse. Therefore, pride compassed them about as a chain. They think they never go down. Violence covered them as a garment. That's what they do. Their track record, MO. Okay, just the facts, just the track record, just looking at the facts and the history. Ever since this devil came out the caves, ever since he got the Renaissance period, where he was rebirthed, put back into power by the Most High, Daniel 4:17, this matters by the decree of the watchers, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High rule in the kingdom of man, he set up over the basis of men. So ever since he came up out of there, right? What has he been doing? He's been doing nothing but oppression, killing, robbing, and taking, consolidating power. Why you niggas sitting there worried about fighting each other and shit? This nigga is fighting you. That's why you never prosper and win anything. Like Godfrey said on Shannon Sharp couch. He was like, niggas can't even organize crime. They can't do that. They cannot organize crime. They can't do shit. All the other nations are working with each other to oppress you, and you working against each other to oppress each other. That's why the Lord got to return, because if not, then no flesh will be saved. Everybody just die. You should be through. You should be through. Psalms 37 and 7. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They got everything in the world, right? They have more than the heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walk throughout the earth. What do they walk around saying? They walk around talking shit about you, talking shit about the tribes. You accusing you to the Father. Revelation, the 12th chapter. The accuser of our brethren is cast down, that accused them before the Father day and night. That's all they do. Their tongue walk throughout the earth, and what they do, they just walk around accusing you all day of shit that they made you basically do. They set your ass in poverty, and then when you sell drugs and try to get the fuck up out of there, well, damn, son, why did you sell drugs? Nigga, you put me in fucking slavery with a bunch of damn guns everywhere, no role models, and nothing to look at. No, basically, I gotta work my ass off to be your doctor, to work in your medical field and do this and do that, take out loans to be your slave. It's just a bunch of madness, man. So how you gonna turn around and blame these little jakes for doing what the fuck they do? They're lost as hell, man. Thankfully, in large part to your ass, to your demonic ass, to your satanic ass.
In charge, the thousands upon thousands of Haitian refugees fleeing through the US in makeshift boats would stop, which would be a huge win for President Clinton. By 1994, 50,000 Haitian refugees were being held at Guantanamo Bay. Clinton sent in 20,000 US Marines and put Aristide back in the Haitian presidential palace. The military junta fled before troops had even landed.
On the streets of Haiti, exiled President Jean-Bertrand Aristide is hailed as a savior.
After coming back to power, Aristide lacked the confidence that he had before. In 1995, he disbanded the Haitian army
to prevent them from mounting yet another coup against Haiti's first democratically elected president.
Former soldiers then flooded into the ranks of gangs to make a living. Aristide then created the Chimère, essentially a gang under his command, which he sent into the streets to fight opponents. From the Tontomacoute to the Chimère, now the political gang alliance was a permanent aspect of Haitian politics. Clinton made sure that Aristide knew that his return came with conditions. Haiti was forced to downsize the government, freeze low wages, and lower taxes on foreign companies. Haiti's state-owned businesses were sold off, starving the state of revenue. Haiti had tariffs on food imports as high as 150%. This was to protect Haitian farmers, who made up about 70% of the population. But by 1995, Bill Clinton, USAID, and the IMF cut Haiti's rice tariff to just 3%. In the United States, rice is subsidized by the American taxpayer, who provide billions to farmers to make American rice artificially cheap. Rice grown in Arkansas could be sold 30 to 50% cheaper than rice grown in Haiti. Haiti was not allowed to subsidize its own rice because the IMF said that that was anti-free market. American rice flooded the Haitian market. Today, 90% of all rice eaten in Haiti is American. 50% of all food is imported. Haiti was food self-sufficient in the 80s. Now it has the 11th worst level.
Hold on. Do you understand what this man just said? This man just told you that the IMF, International Monetary Fund, International Misery Fund, okay, with the help of Bill Clinton and the Haitian government, was able to basically take the rice from take their exports from them, sell it all to the American companies, and import this American bullshit rice over here for a premium, right? 90% of the rice they eat is basically from America, which they produce their own shit, but basically they got to ship it to America and have them ship it back and have them pay for an extra tariff, right? Of 3%, whatever the man said, right? They tax you on some shit that you made, sell it back to you as if it's your own shit. The level of mafioso extortion is incredible. And they talk about Jake being in the gang and Jake doing this and Jake doing that. Man, that's bullshit. This devil is the most what's the word? He's the biggest extortioner on the planet. Okay, when you see the mob come in there and start breaking stuff in your shit, and then, well, you got to pay protection. That's the white man, bro. That's the U.S. government. That's the police force, and that's the IMF. That's the World Bank, and all these organizations, man. Okay, they come in there under the guise of helping your ass. Oh, we're gonna build schools. We're gonna build houses. We're gonna build palaces for you. We're gonna build all kind of infrastructure. Your girl's gonna be able to live a better life for your kids and all this shit. And what do? They give you 300% interest. That was in the beginning. The man said that the reparations that the slaves had to pay back to the French was 300% of their gross domestic product. Right? So basically, every $3 that they made, they had to pay $2.53 on back to the French. Okay, back to the French because you stole our property and you took money out the king's pocket. So now you got to pay back. Get the fuck up out of here, man. You devils are the biggest hypocritical liars and schemers and deceivers that the world has ever seen. The world has never seen such things. Jake, whatever Jake does pales in comparison to you, man. It pales in comparison to you, man. Okay, you get mad because a couple Colombians sell a couple metric tons of drugs. And let me say something about that too. Everything that goes through the ports and in the ocean and all that, see, this devil knows about it. He knows about the FARC over there in Colombia. He knows about the cartel in Mexico. He knows about the Dominican drug lords. He knows about every fucking thing. He knows. He lets these drugs come and go, and he stops whatever shipment comes in, whenever he feels like it. Whenever he feels like it. He knows about this, bro. He's the biggest devil on the earth, bro. He's the biggest devil on the earth. But what this man said was telling, man. Okay? This is how he operates, bro. This is why you look at your countries and you're like, damn, why they so like that? Why they so messed up? You can thank Whitey. You can thank Whitey. You can thank the curses. And, let's play the rest. Damn, we're only halfway through this video. He said in the 80s that the Haitians were self-sufficient when it came to food, and now they're totally dependent on the white man. This is why you cannot depend on some other man to feed you. Okay? You got to be a self-sufficient nation. You got to own your own companies. You got to own your own land. You got to own your shit. You got to own the things that you. It's all about ownership, man. And this devil finds a way to take the things that are yours, whether it be legally or by force. But which legally, that's a whole nother term. I could do a whole video on the term legal, but back then enslaving a nigga was legal. So buck breaking him in front of his family was legal, right?
Hunger in the world. Devastated Haitian farmers who lost their lands flocked to the capital and crammed into badly constructed and overcrowded slums, hoping to get work in nearby American garment factories. There weren't enough jobs, so workers had to fight for even the lowest paying positions, which kept wages low. Aristide was re-elected in 2001 at the same time as George W. Bush entered office. Bush disliked Aristide's minuscule pushback against the IMF and World Bank. He cut aid to Haiti massively, but not all aid. US aid diverted funds to Group 184, a group of business leaders, many of them in the sweatshop industry, who just 10 years earlier were sanctioned for their anti-democratic stances. Now, they were allies. Corruption and ineffective rule clouded Aristide's second term, and his acceptance of IMF orders alienated his allies. Pro and anti-Aristide gangs were fighting across the country. Violence became widespread. The capital was in danger of being conquered. At this time, in 2004, Fulton Armstrong, a CIA analyst, noticed that lots and lots of weapons were flowing directly into the hands of former Haitian military. It had all the markings of a US operation. All the indications were, incredibly, that the State Department's Bureau of Western Hemisphere Affairs was behind it. With armed men closing in on the 29th of February 2004, Aristide was put on an American plane and sent to the Central African Republic. Aristide claims that he was kidnapped. Regardless of what actually happened, he had been couped a second time, and he would not be coming back. France's ambassador to Haiti at the time later admitted that France and the USA orchestrated the 2004 coup against Aristide. France might have been influenced by Aristide's plans to sue France for $21 billion to reclaim the slave debt. Did France consider this to be an actual threat? No, but Aristide had stepped on too many.
This whole thing about suing these devils, man. Are you gonna go sue these devils in their own courts? You think that they play? That's a fair play. That's a fair game. You're gonna go to the Supreme Court and look for them to give you just due. He said that they said that his plan was to sue the French for $21 billion that they took from the French from debt slavery. Please, just not gonna work. They're not gonna give you just due. They possess a slave them and hold themselves not guilty, man. Okay, they'll never give you your just due. Never, ever. Will they ever? They're not right. They're not righteous men. They're not going to touch their hearts and be like, oh, well, you know, human dignity dictates that I should give you back. Man, get the fuck up out of here. They don't believe in that. They don't have, they're not upright. They're not upright. They believe in control and power. And they will burn this fucking place down before they give it to you. Okay, Zechariah 11:5. Or before they give you what's yours. Not give them the gift. It's not like Jake is asking to take over their society. Jake is asking for their just due. And they will still not give you that shit. Zechariah 11:5. It says they whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord power, for I am rich, for their own shepherds pity them not, man. So that's the devil for you.
Many tolls. After the coup, the Americans plucked a Haitian living in retirement in Florida, made him prime minister, and he promptly cancelled the case against France and was tasked with wiping out what remained of Aristide's still quite popular movement. A 2009 plan to increase the Haitian minimum wage from 31 cents an hour to 62 cents an hour to keep up with inflation was fought tooth and nail by Fruit of the Loom and Levites, who worked in close contact with the US Embassy. The law passed anyway, and today sweatshops in Haiti pay an average wage of $5 a day. Haitians need $26 a day to adequately provide for themselves and their families. Only international aid and remittances sent home from Haitians working abroad keep millions of Haitian families afloat, and Haitian labor artificially cheap. Drained of revenue and facing constant protests over food prices, Haiti's government was about to crumble.
Yep. Crumbling indeed, it has to this day. To the fact that they don't even have a president. They don't have a president. They don't have a government. They don't have shit. They're basically just a bunch of gangs running around. You know, Jake is living how they live. Like, women got to prostitute themselves to survive. I mean, it is what it is. No, he's going to go into the earthquake. Don't go into the earthquake. Let me fast forward a bit here. The earthquake, January 12th, 2010. Okay, they had another earthquake recently here. Okay, it's not a coinkydink. It's not a coinkydink that shit keeps happening, all right? The tribe of Levi is joined unto the Lord, man, okay? And this is what happens when you piss the Lord off, man. Ezekiel 20:33, as I live, said the Lord, surely with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, I will, with fury poured out, I will rule over you. Okay? Now, this is a stretched forth hand, a mighty hand, a stretched out arm, earthquake, man, coming on your ass. Who you think brought it upon you? The Most High. And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out the countries wherein ye are scattered. Okay, with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and with fury poured out upon you. I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there I will plead with you face to face. Okay, I got a controversy with you, man. Okay. I said, like I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, said the Lord. I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge you out from among the rebels, and them that transgress against me, I will bring them forth out the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and you shall know that I am the Lord. As for you, O house of Israel, thus said the Lord, go ye serve everyone his idols, and hereafter also, if ye will not hearken unto me, but pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and your idols, for in my holy mountain and the mountain of the height of Israel, said the Lord power, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land serve me, there will I accept them. And there will I require your offerings and the first fruits of your oblation with your holy things. See, the tribe of Levi has become filthy. Okay, so you're no longer fit to be a priest to me, man. Okay, that's why you're under the hand of the white man. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed. Let me start the 4th verse. Let no man strive nor reprove another, for the people are as they strive with the priest. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and thy prophet shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Okay, you don't know your Israelites, so on and so forth, right? But because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. The Levite is no priest to the Lord no more, like that. Okay, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High, I will forget thy children. This is why you have caught constant hell. Constant hell. You're no longer a priest to the Lord like that. Okay. the sons of Aaron, the sons of Zadok, the sons of let's deal with the sons of Zadok, right? Ezekiel 44. It says 9th verse. Thus saith the Lord power, no stranger uncircumcised in heart nor uncircumcised in flesh shall enter into my sanctuary of any of the strangers that is among the children of Israel. And the Levites that are gone away from me, when Israel went astray, which went astray from me from their idols, they shall even bear their iniquity. That's you bearing your iniquity right now. Okay, you bearing it, meaning you eating that shit, bro. You eating it. You gotta wallow in the misery. Okay. Yet they shall be ministers in my sanctuary, having charge at the gate of the house, and ministering to the house. They shall slay the burnt offering, the sacrifice of the people, for they shall stand before them to minister unto them, because they ministered unto them before their idols and caused the house of Israel to fall into iniquity. Okay. Therefore have I lifted up my hand against them, said the Lord, and they shall bear their iniquity. Again, there you go. 13th verse. They shall not come near unto me to do the office of a priest unto me. They shall today you are not coming to the Lord to do the office of a priest no more. Now you're basically the white man's slave. And they're just living a life of, if you could consider that a life, you know. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. See, that's why the Lord opened up the priesthood to the rest of the nation, right? You're a priest, you're a nation of kings and priests after the order of Melchizedek. Hebrews the 7th chapter, right? So it says, nor come near to me, because we're going to be a nation of kings and priests, right? We're all going to minister the law. We're all going, you know, the tribe of Levi going to be with us again, but they've lost their status as, like, you know, the ones that were like, you know, the ones that were, you know, the ones you had to go to them to enter into the holy of the holies, and they, you know, you had to do all this extra stuff, but very low have they fallen. Now it says, nor come to me any near the holy things in the most high, in the most holy place, but they shall bear their shame and their abominations which they have committed. Okay, but I will make them keepers of the charge of the house for all the service thereof, for all that shall be done therein. But the priests, the Levites, the sons of Zadok, there you go, they kept the charge of my sanctuary. When the children of Israel went astray from me, they shall come near to me and to minister unto me. Okay, the remnant, the sons of Zadok represent the remnant. They shall come near to me to minister unto me, and they shall stand before me to offer the fat and the blood, saith the Lord. They shall enter into my sanctuary, and they shall come near to my table to minister unto me, and they shall keep my charge. All right. Now let's go back to the rest of this. So he's going to deal with the earthquake.
On the 12th of January 2010, within 30 seconds, Port-au-Prince collapsed. It was apocalyptic. Over 220,000 Haitians died, 1.5 million were displaced, 400,000 homes were destroyed, damage soared to $8 billion, which was about 67% of the country's GDP. Entire sweatshops collapsed, killing every employee. The National Palace caved in along with all but one government ministry. 1 in 3 civil servants died. Decades of economic policy drove thousands upon thousands of rural Haitians into the capital's overcrowded, shoddily constructed slums, where the earthquake buried them. The massive scale of the earthquake's destruction shocked the world, causing a tsunami of aid to flow into the country. About $10 billion was pledged to rebuild Haiti. But rather than this money going to Haitians on the ground who knew what they needed, rather than going into the local economy, 99% of aid went to foreign non-governmental organizations, or NGOs. Over the 90s and 2000s, thousands of foreign NGOs took over the role of the Haitian state. By 2010, they ran over 80% of health and education services in the country. After the earthquake, most donors funded their own NGOs. In the end, 67 cents of every dollar of aid sent to Haiti ended up going to companies in the same 50-kilometer radius in Washington, D.C. Leaked documents called it a gold rush. Just the Red Cross alone.
Yep. Fake humanitarian aid, fake care, fake, that's what happens. Fake crisis. Whenever you see a crisis like what happened in FEMA, with the FEMA in New Orleans, right, and Katrina, took a mad long to come in there and help them. Took them dumb long. to come in there and help. Then when they bring in their help, they subsidize their little bullshit and say that, you know, we gave $10 billion of aid and this and that. Oh, by the way, $10 billion that they said that they gave these Haitians seems like little to the $90 billion that they gave them cracker Ukrainians for fighting a war against Russia, right? But see, when it's a political interest that we don't want the Russians taking over Ukraine, becoming more powerful and getting closer to Russia, getting closer to Europe and taking over their, you know, that's not good for our interests, for our American control interests, that, you know, we're going to send 90 billion to these devils. Shit, you could give 90 billion to your citizens and maybe they wouldn't be fucking homeless in the streets, you know? But no, it's more important that we can maintain geopolitical control over the earth than it is for our people to not be homeless in the streets. They don't give a shit about you. They could give a flying fuck about you. Fentanyl is in your drugs everywhere but they're talking about the opioid crisis, which they created. Big Pharma and all these people, tobacco, free internet porn, all kind of shit that's destroying your society, right? But then they're supposed to care about you? They're supposed to give a damn about you?
$500 million for Haiti and promised to build thousands of new homes. They built 6, not 6,000. They built 6 houses.
You're in Haiti to help. You're not in Haiti to have an attitude, sir. If you're not doing anything wrong, you should be able to answer the question.
One of the better things that I kind of
They said the humanitarian aid people were supposed to build 6,000 houses. They built 6 houses, man. They look at you as a joke, man. They don't treat you serious. They don't treat you like people. They look at you like, man, whatever, man. Whatever. These are animals. They look at you like animals. They treat their dog better than you. You know? They treat their police dog. Let you kill a police dog, you can get life in prison.
They haven't received water, food, anything.
Haitians went without basic medicine, but NGO employees were earning $140,000 a year. When it came
to Haiti, I could collect $140,000 a year salary by going down there and faking like I'm helping these people, but these people are down there struggling on $5 a day. but we're all equal though, right? All men are created equal. Hey, this hypocrisy, boy. Major hypocrisy, boy.
Haitians. They imported foreign workers. Celine Dorval, a Haitian, explained for each one of these expats, they were having high salaries, staying in fancy houses, and getting vacation trips back to their countries. A lot of money was spent on these people who were not Haitian, who had nothing to do with Haiti. The money which is going back to the United States. In the days after the earthquake, the international rescue teams called Port-au-Prince's poorest areas red zones, which they didn't dare enter. Millions were spent on these international rescue teams that rescued about 200 people from the rubble in wealthier and tourist areas. The actual first responders were the Haitians themselves, who pulled their communities out from the rubble. Outside the capital, rural homes opened their doors to hundreds of thousands fleeing the destruction. Remittances sent directly from Haitians abroad put millions of dollars into the hands of regular Haitians, more than any NGO did. Haitians reported feeling an extreme sense of newfound solidarity with their fellow Haitians. For many, it looked like the earthquake had destroyed the old Haiti. When surveyed, thousands of Haitians responded that they wanted a new state that was accountable to its citizens and provided services.
Survey shows that people want jobs, they want education, they want shelter, but they also want local food production. So they want all things that help them to move ahead. They don't want charity. They're not just waiting now for the New York conference to give them a lot of money. They are ready to move ahead themselves and to turn this into something positive.
We saw the National Palace destroyed. I would like to see Haitian engineers rebuild it. But decisions about how to rebuild Haiti were not made by Haitians, but by the Interim Haiti Recovery Commission, chaired by famous Haitian.
Oh, and let me say something about the Haitian engineer thing. I met some of these Levites, boy, they are bright. They're bright. They're smart people, man. They're fucking bright. They're very talented, man. Okay, you know, given the opportunity to do what they do, you know what I'm saying? They're very capable. Okay, when they're not fucking oppressed by a devil. Okay, very capable, very pacific people
that most Haitians I ever met was cool. All right, they was cool. They wasn't assholes, you know.
Supporting the recovery of Haitians. It was spent on strange things like USAID's plan to distribute 130 tons of genetically modified Monsanto seeds to rural farmers.
Oh, there go Monsanto again. There go Monsanto. You know what they do. You know how they get down.
Mostly confined to the capital. Haiti's farmers were fine. They already had seeds. Harvest season had just finished, so they actually had huge stocks of food they needed to sell. For just $80 million a year, which was a fraction of the aid money sent per month, USAID could have purchased every grain of rice in the country, which would have boosted the rural economy. Farmers not only needed the money, but they were also housing thousands of refugees in their homes who they could have hired, rehoming people outside the overcrowded capital. Instead, in the first 2 months alone, USAID handed out 18 million kilograms of food aid imported from the USA. Haitian farmers couldn't compete with free food, and so they had to watch their harvest raw, which meant they had no money for next year. 90% of eggs and poultry consumed in Haiti come from the Dominican Republic or the US. The sanctions in the 90s killed Haiti's chicken farms and the hundreds of thousands of jobs associated with them. 90% of Haiti's rice is imported. Almost all the sugar is imported in what was once a sugar colony. Aid could have been spent building these fundamental.
Look, again, the same shit they did with the rice, the sugar shit too. The number one producers for sugar for the European Union, okay, what they call today the European Union. The number one producers for sugar now export 90% of their own sugar. Why is that? Because you become a consumer and not a producer. When you consume, you become somebody else's bitch. That's what you become. Because whatever they say the price is, that's what you got to pay. When I hold the cards, I say what the fuck I need to pay. I say this loaf of bread is worth $5. You crackers got to pay $5 for it. Well, if this devil says the sugar is worth $20 a pound, well, now that's what the fuck is worth. That's what it's worth. And you Haitian niggas gotta pay for it. You better pay for it. Because if you don't eat. that's how it works, bro. That's how it works, man.
The mental industries, which would have given Haiti a stable base to grow from. Percent of Haiti's population had access to clean water and latrines. Thousands of Haitian jobs could have been created through the construction of sewage treatment plants, water supply systems, roads, ports, energy, and earthquake-resistant infrastructure. Here's a graph of Haitian requests for aid funding and what actually got funded. Something like transportation saw aid pledges 510% higher than what was requested, while Haitians asked for money to support building a strong and democratic state, reconstruction, or education. Almost no aid went there. Instead of investing in critical job-creating infrastructure projects, the World Bank advised the Haitian government to lift restrictions on 24/7 multi-labor shifts, while getting rid of higher pay for night shifts and offering economic free zones. Zones where foreign companies could operate in Haiti tax-free. The people in charge of Haiti would not budge from the sweatshop model.
Do you recall how these Americans act when these jobs are given to other people? When they export their jobs to other China, this Mexico, they're taking our jobs. These people, wherever these American companies come in your fucking country, they'll buy. Oh, it's good investment, foreign investment. Foreign investment is just another word for we're gonna fuck you and we're gonna take your resources. And that's what it is. All these little political terms like urban removal, urban renewal, that's Negro removal. Okay, like the Mo James Baldwin said, Negro removal, urban renewal is Negro removal. That's what he said. Which I gotta do a lesson on that too, on urban renewal. Another practice of these devils. All these cities are urban renewal. They fucking build a highway right through your shit and tell you, nigga, move. You don't deserve this house anyways. Move your ass out my property. This is American land now. Devil. Well, so when these foreign aid companies come in there, when McDonald's, Coca-Cola, KFC, the Standard Oil, BP, Exxon Mobil, all these motherfuckers, when they all come up in there, what does it spell? It spells the downfall of your society. It spells they're going to control your goddamn government till they run your ass dry. until you become a damn state like Haiti, or the collapsed state, where they keep knocking down your leaders, they keep knocking down your people, they keep knocking down your the positive ones, you know, the ones that trying to help to actually do something for the community, right? They're gonna set up some nigga up there that they can control. And that's why all the greats get killed early. All the ones that's like, you know, they get taken out somehow. They die and drowned in the tub. Somebody just killed this guy that had a positive message for his people. Why is that? Because it's not good for business. It's not good for the bottom line of Whitey.
Shining jewel of the aid effort will be the $300 million, 600-acre Caracol Industrial Park. This will be a giant tax-free sweatshop where Haitians would work for the lowest wages in the Americas. But Caracol Industrial Park was built in the north of the country, far from the actual area impacted by the earthquake. The north was chosen not to help the 1 million displaced people in Port-au-Prince, but because the hundreds of small farmers who had to be moved to make way for the park were far less resistant than the wealthy landlords in the capital. The construction of this park evicted 366 families from their land. If we had the support we needed to farm our land, we would be doing well. Now that I've lost my land, I don't have a penny. Bill Clinton offered them minimum wage jobs at the park, producing t-shirts for Walmart. When Bill and Hillary Clinton flew in to inaugurate Caracol Park in 2012, the project had created just 1,500 of the 65,000 jobs that were promised. Billions of dollars in aid were spent. There's no new infrastructure in Haiti, and Haitians earn less now than they did in 1960. After the 2004 coup against Aristide, the UN sent in a 9,000-strong peacekeeping force. After the earthquake, this force was strengthened. The UN force was deeply unpopular. It was revealed that over 100 members were involved in a child sex trafficking ring. It was also revealed that peacekeepers were trading food to starving Haitians for sexual favors, leaving behind hundreds, if not thousands, of pregnant women and girls. The peacekeepers,
you shall beget a wife, and another man shall lie with her,
treated Haitians aggressively. For example, in one of Port-au-Prince's densest slums, Cité Soleil, UN peacekeepers on an anti-gang raid fired 22,000 bullets into a square, killing dozens of civilians, including children.
Wait, hold on. UN peacekeepers, right? They did what to the? They did what? Look, bro, this has been just 30 minutes, man. 30 minutes. It's only 15 minutes left of the video, but the UN peacekeepers did what?
Or sexual favors, leaving behind hundreds, if not thousands, of pregnant women and girls. The peacekeepers treated Haitians aggressively. For example, in one of Port-au-Prince's densest slums, Cité Soleil, UN peacekeepers on an anti-gang raid fired 22,000 bullets into a square, killing dozens of civilians, including children. To make matters worse,
God damn. So, under the guise of fighting the gangs, we just gonna go and spray some town square with 22,000 bullets. Can you imagine them doing some shit like that in Times Square? They wouldn't do no shit like that. But hey, yeah, they're gonna start mowing down 22,000 bullets, bro. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Just after the earthquake, the toilets of the peacekeepers drained directly into the local water supply, which caused a massive outbreak of cholera, a disease unknown in Haiti. It rapidly infected over 1 million Haitians and killed 12,000. While there were hundreds...
The UN peacekeepers literally shat in your water supply. Literally took a shit in your water supply and gave you cholera and killed 12,000 people off of tainted water. Need I say more?
Hundreds of millions of dollars of aid in the country, thousands died, while NGOs pinched pennies. Doctors Without Borders and the Cuban Medical Brigade, who financed themselves, handled the overwhelming majority of the cases. Antibiotics were held to cut costs, so was bottled water. When doctors requested vaccines, they were told that if Haitians got vaccines, they would get too comfortable about hygiene without adequate funding.
In other words, nigga, it's cheaper for you to die. It's cheaper for you to die. Just die, nigga. Just die. And you know, it's cheaper for me to incinerate your body than it is for me to treat your sickness that I gave you.
them to build sewage facilities, cholera remains a problem in Haiti today. Almost no aid money went to preparing for future disasters. In 2016, Hurricane Matthew wrecked the country, costing 13% of GDP. In 2015 and 2017, drought killed 70% of crops. But Haiti crawled along. The election of Jovenel Moïse in 2016 was clouded by fraud allegations. Moïse faced constant protests demanding his resignation by Haitians who blamed him for the country's economic crisis, rampant corruption, a gasoline shortage, and rising gang violence. In 2020, the terms of every elected official expired and no elections were held to replace them, leaving Moïse to rule by decree. At approximately 1 a.m. on the 7th of July 2021, a group of mercenaries stormed the home of President Jovenel Moïse. They burst into his room and fired 12 bullets directly into the Haitian president, abruptly ending his rule and his life. Moïse's term technically ended in February of 2020.
When's the last time a U.S. president was assassinated? John F. Kennedy, by his own people. So, boy, the Americans was talking shit about, in the so-called elections, Russia's tampering with our elections. These devils tamper with everybody's fucking elections, everybody's government, everybody's whether it be the Iranians, the Afghanistan, the Afghans, whether it be the Syrians, whether it be the Haitians, no matter where it is. Okay, how you think Osama bin Laden and them was created? How you think Al Qaeda and them was created? How you think ISIS and them was created? How you think all this shit came about? Oh, the white man's involvement in meddling. Oh, you meddling kids like Scooby Doo. Ooh, you meddling kids. These devils are meddling kids, man. They meddle in every fucking thing, and then they turn around and when the places collapse, they come in there and say we're the peacekeepers, and then we'll shit in your water. We'll shit in your water and tell you it's good. It's good. It's all white man's water. It's the white man's brown blessing from heaven, you know?
He kept ruling, which caused massive protests. At the same time, he was also working on a list of powerful politicians and business people involved in Haiti's drug trade, with the intention of going public. Under the Duvalier dictatorship, Haiti emerged as a transit hub for cocaine heading to the US. In the 1980s, little single-engine planes from Pablo Escobar's Medellin cartel landed in makeshift airstrips in Haiti before finishing the trip to the United States, all with the help of powerful politicians and local business elites. Due to its incredibly weak government and strategic position, Haiti is a vital route for cocaine heading to the United States, the world's largest cocaine consumer. Today, traffickers mostly operate from airships in the north. The drug trade is booming, and planes frequently pass through carrying metric tons of cocaine from Colombia and Venezuela. Between May and June of 2021, one airstrip in Savandayan saw at least a dozen planes pass through, carrying thousands of kilos of cocaine. President Moïse found out and ordered the destruction of the airstrip. A week later, Moïse was gone.
So your boy finds out about, he knows about the drugs. He does something to stop the drugs coming in through his country. He does something positive, and a week later he ends up dead. I wonder the white man didn't have nothing to do with that. He didn't have nothing to do with your drugs coming through your country, but he blames you. He turns around and does all these little Netflix shows like Griselda Blanco and BMF and all that. He paints you as the face of terror. You're the one selling the drugs. You're the mobster. You're Frank Lucas. You're the one blowing people's heads off in front of the. You're the one blowing Idris Elba's head off in front of people in Brooklyn. No. The devil, the white man, the power that be, he's the one that's consuming all the coke. So we can't just be enablers, okay? The white man is an enabler. He sees you selling the dope because you're poor. You sell the dope, but I'm the one that's consuming it. So I'm consuming the shit. I'm just wiping my hands because I'm not the one that's selling it. No, I'm not selling it. I'm not selling it. You're selling it. I'm just consuming it. So have you ever seen one of them little white families that be consuming all this crack, cocaine, and drugs and all this shit? Right? Do you ever see them get locked up? No, the nigga gets locked up. The black man gets locked up. Okay, not the man that's participating in the man that's participating in the drug trade. There would be no drug trade without people that consume the shit. Okay, the white man consumes all this shit that they quote unquote have Jake as the face of the drug trafficking. No, the white man is the face of drug trafficking. The white man is the one that's really trafficking the drugs. Jake is a small-time drug dealer. He's small fry compared to Esau. Esau got hospitals where it's legal to give your ass morphine for anything, for a toothache. It's legal to give you fentanyl for some fucking toothache. Headaches, fentanyl, here you go. Opioids, here you go, opioids. But the Chinese are the ones that's bringing in fentanyl. The Chinese got our cities looking like this. They literally have shows where the big pharma is literally bribing doctors to prescribe shit for turning people into zombies and all kind of shit. But they're going to turn, they never take the accountability for themselves. They never say why this prostitution is running rampant, why these drugs are running rampant, why the cities are the way they are. No, it's all to blame these black folk. Just blame them. Blame their asses. Just blame them why the cities are collapsing, why there's no jobs, why the other nations are kicking our ass and everything, education, culture, every fucking thing. But let's just blame the little guy. Let's just blame you. Let's just blame you. The easy target is your ass. You're the easy target. Instead of dealing with the big fucking problem, let's deal with you. Let's put it on you. That's the MO of those that be in power. They don't see the fucking big picture, but they're gonna blame little Haiti. They're gonna blame little Cuba. They're gonna blame little Mexico. They're gonna blame little Argentina. They're gonna blame Colombia.
Down in his own home. Just 36 hours before his death, President Moise had named Ariel Henry as acting prime minister, the second highest position in the government, and tasked him with preparing the country for elections in the next 2 months. It has been 7 years since Haiti's last elections. It's been 3 years since Henry took over. He never held elections. It also seems like Henry was in contact with the assassins shortly before and right after the assassination.
Yep, a nigga gonna snake you. Henry, his second in command, lined him up to take the power from him. 3 years later, underneath the authority of the white man, again, because nobody makes a move without Whitey's approval in these scenarios. So, with the white man's approval, yeah, we're gonna be behind you. We're gonna be behind you. Okay, take out the current president. I forgot his name was Jubilee, whatever his name was. I forget it. They kill him in January 2021. They put this guy 3 years later. They're supposed to have an election after his death. No election. I'm going to stay the de facto prime minister because Whitey giving me the power to do so. So that's a dirty business. Politics is a dirty business.
He's not the president, which hasn't made a great impression on the Haitian people. On the 14th of August, 2021, 1 month after Moise was assassinated, an earthquake twice as strong as the 2010 earthquake struck the southern region of Haiti. It killed...
What a coinkadink. What a coinkadink that after all this shit is going on, a month later, the Most High sends some type of 7.2 magnitude earthquake to it sounds like the Lord was mad. Sounds like the Lord was pissed off. That's what it sounds like. He's seeing all this shit and like, let me get these niggas some more earthquake. Hit them with another earthquake, man. You know, they're still wicked. They're continually wicked. More wickedness. I'm gonna hit them with another earthquake. 10 years prior to that, 11 years to be accurate, 2010, 2021, 11 years. 11 years later, hit them with another one.
2,200 and injured well over 12,000, causing about $1.6 billion in damages or 11% of GDP, which put more pressure on an already crumbling Haiti. Under Henry's rule, poverty, hunger, and violence spiraled out of control. Haiti stopped functioning as millions protested what they saw as Henry's illegitimate rule, but the United States gave full support to Henry.
Oh, Joe Biden's in the picture, man, with Henry. Henry, that's the French way. Niggas say Henry. Henry, all right? Spelled the same way as Henry. Henry. Don't pronounce the H just like in Spanish. You don't pronounce the H. They'll say hipote. They don't pronounce the H, man. Okay, so Henry got the back in the whitey, you know. Let's kill the other guy that was doing somewhat all right, and let's put you up in there, you know. The back end of Whitey right next to you. You always got to seek Whitey's approval in this place, right?
total lack of a democratic mandate. Under Moise and Henri, Haiti's gangs evolved from small groups based in one neighborhood into sophisticated and heavily armed organizations with ambitious goals. The number of gangs in Port-au-Prince has gone from roughly 40 in 2004 to over 300 today. They've evolved into large, professional and violent operations that control large territories. Gangs that had 50 or 100 members 15 years ago now have 1,500 to 2,500 members. Recently, the gangs have mainly grouped into two competing alliances, G9 and GPEP. Seeing the weakness of Henri's regime, the gangs have recently set aside their differences to work together to attack the government. G9, led by Jimmy Cherizier, includes criminal gangs and political dissidents who joined together to kick out Ariel Henry. Haitian gangs have always been political as well as criminal actors, which is why Haitian officials usually call them armed groups rather than gangs. Since the Tonton Macoute, Haitian elites have used gangs to attack opposition, to intimidate voters, or to enrich themselves through illegal means. For example, Cherizier's G9 got half its revenue from politicians, 30% from kidnapping, and 20% from extortions. After President Moise's assassination, political funding for G9 fell 30%.
All right, so Clay, you see the breakdown, you see the corruption, you see the which played 37 minutes of the video. Mainly that was the point. All right. Mainly that was the point. The point is that these devils know who the tribes are. They know this is why these things befall you, because you're wicked as a people. Okay. You're supposed to be the priest of the Lord and you fall very, very low. Okay. So this is the book of Isaiah 18:1. It says, woe to the land shadowing with wings, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, that sendeth ambassadors by the sea, even in vessels of bulrushes upon the water, saying, go ye swift messengers to a nation scattered and peeled. Okay, you a nation scattered and peeled. They flay the skin up off your bones. Micah 3. It says, woe to you heads of Jacob. Right? You see what the heads of Jacob is doing, selling you out, succumbing to the white man. It says, I pray you, first verse, Micah 3:1. Oh, you heads of Jacob and you princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment? Who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them and flesh off their bones, who eat the flesh of my people and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones and chop them in pieces and as the pot as flesh with the cauldron. Even if they're not the ones directly doing it, they're enabling this devil to do it. They're not standing up and fighting for you. They're sitting there laying down, letting this white man just walk all over you, lie to you, deceive you, take your fucking resources. Look, bro, if you were a real man, if you were the real leader of the people, you would have died like Yahweh Shai died, like Judas Maccabees and them died. Okay, these fucking people are just like, they're just, whatever. It's all for my own gain. Everyone for his own quarter. And the rest of my people could die for all I care. I don't care about them. And that's what they do. That's what they do. You've seen all the presidents and you've seen all them liars. You've seen all them deceivers. You've seen all them sellout puppets. Okay. That's why the Lord, he said, I'll give you pastors according to my heart that shall feed you with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right. Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, there's no mercy, there's no knowledge of the Most High in the land. That's why the land is the way it is. By swearing and lying, okay, and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out in blood touching blood. That's why you see nothing but chaos in the Haitian society. In all the Jake society, you see nothing but chaos. But the Levites, where Levi stayed, that's probably the worst in the Americas. Probably the worst. Therefore, the land mourn. There you go. Everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. With the beasts of the field, with the fowls of the heavens, yet the fish of the sea shall be taken away. And yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and thy prophet also shall fall with thee in the night. And I will destroy that mother. There you go. For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee also. There shall be no more priest to me. So that's why the Levites fell the way they did, or to this day, right? But they will return. As always, the Lord always make a way for you to come back, the remnant of you. But Isaiah 18:2, it said, go ye swift messengers to a nation scattered and peeled, okay? Flay the skin off their bones. Here we go, Micah, the 3rd chapter, right? A nation meted out and trodden down, whose lands the rivers have spoiled. All ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye when he lift up an ensign on the mountains, and when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye. For the soul of the Lord said unto me, I will take my rest, and I will consider in my dwelling place like a clear heat upon herbs, like a cloud of dew in the heat of a harvest. For afore the harvest, when the bud is perfect, and the sour grape is ripened in the flower, he shall both cut the springs with pruning hooks and take away and cut down the branches. They shall be left together unto the fowls of the mountains and to the beasts of the earth, and the fowl shall summer upon them, and the beasts of the earth shall winter upon them. In the time shall the present be brought unto the Lord of hosts of a people scattered and peeled. In that time shall the present be brought unto the Lord of hosts of a people scattered and peeled, man. You've literally been scattered and peeled, man. You flayed the skin up off your bones. That's why you're not a people no more. That's why no one respects us, because of what they see. Of how could they respect the people that scattered and peeled all over the place, man? You know. So it says, and from a people terrible from the beginning hitherto, a nation meted out and trodden underfoot, whose land the river have spoiled, to the place of the name of the Lord of hosts, the Mount of Zion. So, man, the Lord gonna present, okay, these people who have been scattered and peeled, man, all right, throughout the history, man. Look at the history to understand the mystery, bro. All right, to understand why things are going on, bro. All right, we're gonna be released out this prison house, man. Okay, but I just wanted to touch on that, man. The history, a little bit of history on the tribes, and you know, a little bit of history of the exploitation and the slavery of the tribe of Levi, man. You know. So, anyways, with that, call I'm like Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, great millstone, learn this truth and peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.